Julius Caesar. If you're in a history, you must have heard about him. But even if you're not and live in the West, you must have heard about him. So today, this video is about who he is and his history. So without further ado, let's begin. Namaskar everyone, welcome back to another video on I Love History. My real name is Shreyansh Tiwari. And who was Julius Caesar? This guy is a really famous guy, in history. And there are titles named after him. Like the Kaiser of Germany and the Tsar of Russia. These words derive from Julius Caesar's Caesar name. So who even was this guy? So at that time, the Romans, it wasn't an empire. It was the Roman Republic. So there was basically a type of republic government thing there with senate and military generals who would also govern provinces of the empire. So yeah, so Caesar was born into this republic in 100 BCE, and his family claimed descent from the Roman goddess Venus. But Caesar, he was ambitious since his childhood, and his family was a noble class family, so financially good. So Caesar, he was ambitious since childhood, and he got great education as well in Rome. He got military education and speaking skills. He was known for his intelligence and speaking skills in his education. So gradually, Caesar then became a general in the Roman Empire. And then he was sent to invade and capture the region of Gaul or Gallia, which is modern day France, bigger than France. I'll just put it on the map right over here as you can see it. So from 58 BCE to 50 BCE, Caesar invaded and captured all that territory. And but you're gonna be who was ruling that territory? Who did he fight with? He fought with the tribes ruling that territory. So at that time, other than the Roman Republic area, the other regions of Europe, there were tribes or tribals or small leaders or chieftains, but not as big. There was no thing like a kingdom or empire other than the Romans in Europe at that time. So Julius Caesar defeated huge coalitions of tribes, and he annexed and took over all of the region of Gaul or Gallia. He also invaded Britain, but he did invade it, but he couldn't annex the area of England and the other areas of Britain. And Julius Caesar also built a bridge across the Rhine River to demonstrate Roman power and to intimidate the Germanic tribes, who were always a headache for the Romans. So now Julius Caesar, he became really powerful. He became the governor of that whole area, Gaul. But Julius Caesar, this was not enough for him. He wanted more. And the Senate and the government of the Romans, whose leader was Pompey at that time, they did not like this. They saw that Julius Caesar was getting way too powerful and was a threat to the Republic. And there was a rule in the Republic that no general can come with their armies into Italy or the core capital region. Do you know why? Because that would be considered a civil war attempt. Because bringing their armies in, that could cause chaos and fighting amongst generals. So it basically wasn't allowed. Guess what Caesar did? Caesar exactly did this, and he defeated everyone over there. So Pompey, the leader, he had to flee eastwards to like Greece. Yeah, the Macedon province of the Roman Empire. But so Julius Caesar chased him there, and he like also defeated more of like Pompey's allies and stuff. And then Pompey, he went to Egypt to like ask help from them. But guess what? Pompey got killed in Egypt because Egyptians wanted to strengthen their bond with Pompey. But in Egypt, there was kind of a rivalry between like Egypt was ruled by what was her name? Cleopatra and her brothers. So there was kind of a rivalry between them. So Julius Caesar, he supported Cleopatra against her brothers and made her the queen of Egypt. And guess what? They fell in love, and then they like married each other and had like kids. So yeah. So Julius Caesar, he then went to like the Asia Minor, the Anatolian region, which is now modern day Turkey. And there was a king ruling a kingdom over there named Pharnaces. So Julius Caesar defeated him as well and expanded the Roman Empire's borders even more. And Julius Caesar, he had conquered a lot now, and most of his victories were always decisive. So he was great in military. So then he returned back to the capital Rome, where he was warmly welcomed by the citizens. They cheered for him. He was a hero to them. But when he went into the Senate, that's when things changed. Because the Senate people, they feared that Julius Caesar was getting too powerful. Because like Julius Caesar before this had like 3 times proclaimed himself as the dictator of like the Roman Republic. So first was in 49 BCE. And that time he only declared himself dictator for like 11 days. And then in 46, but now in like 44 BC, Julius Caesar had like declared himself dictator for life of the Roman Republic. And Caesar was getting way too influential. The people liked him. He also introduced the Julian calendar, made a lot of reforms, so he was getting way too powerful. So the Senate, they were terrified of this and decided that they have to oust and like kill Julius now. So when Julius went into the Senate, he was surrounded by many like Senate members, including Brutus, a man who he trusted a lot. So then Julius Caesar said, "You too, Brutus?" And then Julius Caesar got stabbed a lot of times. I think like 23 times. And there Julius Caesar was assassinated. But this wouldn't stop Rome to become like an empire. Because after this, a few civil wars happened. And Julius Caesar's like adoptive son, Augustus, would go on to become the emperor and form the Roman Empire and become its greatest ruler. So guys, that's what happened to Julius Caesar. But though his impact might be lesser than like Augustus or Charlemagne, so why is he more famous? Because he was like the first like great military genius, and he did a lot for the first time in the Roman Republic. And plus another major factor is Shakespeare, and like a more like these what do you call more of these like poets and stuff, they like to glorify and romanticize Caesar a lot. So that's why Caesar got so famous. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. So guys, stay tuned for next time. Bye bye, have a nice day.